It's a roof. What about it?
It's easy to defend, that's what. Indeed it is. And we're close to the FBI, too. The JTF has a pretty strong presence here.
What? Are you saying we should stay here?
Best option yet.
What about water, electricity?
We'll start collecting rainwater in those barrels over there, after we clean them. And I'll ask Mika if it's possible to get some power up here.
See? I told you it was a good spot. And we can set up our own plays downstairs. Did you see that stage? Alright, whatever. Should I go tell the others?
Please do. Tell them we found a new home.
No. Keep your elbow tucked. You'll be a smaller target that way. And lean into the stance a little.
Don't grab the barrel all the way out like that.
No, that's fine. Good for stability. But your arm would tire quickly.
So, like this?
You should pull your shoulder back.
Stop. Just stop. What's your name?
Peter.
Okay, Peter. This is how it's gonna be. If you interrupt me again, I'll throw you off this roof. And if you pollute anyone here with your advice, I'll throw you off the roof. Is that clear enough for you?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, that there is the bulk catch. When the magazine is empty...
They're roaming as far south as the mall now.
Then it's only a matter of time before they clash with the true sons for real.
There's been a few skirmishes already.
Too bad we just can't sit back and let them kill each other off.
The Hyena Council is just a bunch of chicken shit gangsters. Shouldn't be too hard to encourage them to turn on one another.
I'd love to see that.
Wouldn't we all? Listen, how's Ellie doing?
Can't say. She doesn't talk much.
At least she's here. With you.
Yeah. It's pretty bad out there, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure we'll survive the spring. But hey, can't give up, right?
Extremis malice.
Indeed. Ugh, can you see yourself doing this day after day? Rising at dawn, tending to this pitiful little garden? Living on mush and a prayer? Always afraid?
Yeah. I never thought it'd be this much work, just to survive.
That's what I'm saying. The hyenas just take what they want when they want. We're fucked anyway. I just want some fun going out.
And what is your idea of fun? Maybe it's threatening to shoot a kid in the face. When her one surviving parent refuses to give you their last can of food.
No.
Or maybe you just like bashing heads in with a baseball bat, while the next poor fucker in line begs for mercy. That's who the hyenas are. But hey, go. I won't stop you. And I also won't hesitate to pull the trigger if I see you running with them.
I guess we'll stay.
Where'd you take him? Is he still alive?
What's that? All I hear is some bitch that keeps yapping.
This is the situation, hun. I can hear your teeth grinding from across the room. About an hour from now, you'll be pissing yourself while pleading with me for a fix.
Fuck off.
We can wait until then. Or you can answer my questions and I'll give you what you need before you start embarrassing yourself. All right. Let me know if you change your mind.
Wait! Damn you. Wait. We gave him to the council. I'm pretty sure they'll kill him.
Fuck. Good dog. Here. I see you hanging out with Peter a lot these days.
So what?
He's bad news is what?
Bad news? God, do you have to be so old school? It's embarrassing.
I know you two are sneaking out at night.
So what if we are? You can't lock me in here.
I just want you to appreciate the risks you're taking.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Mom. It's the fucking apocalypse, okay? Being alive is a risk. We're just trying to have some fun in this hellhole.
Those hyenas might seem like fun to you now, but they'll turn on you in a second if they can gain anything from it.
Look, Peter knows them, okay? They won't hurt us.
No, Ellie. Don't do that. Don't trust them. They don't care about anything but themselves. Please remember that, if nothing else.
Okay, Mom.
You gotta lay off that crap, Peter. Look around you, for God's sake.
I am. Do you know what I see?
What?
Nothing. Endless days of nothing. It's all gone. We think we can restore it, but it's gone. Maybe someone's grandkids would experience something close to what we used to have, but for you and me, buddy, fucking nothing.
And you think getting high on that shit is the answer?
No. There's no answer. We're all gonna die. Probably sooner than we think. Might as well enjoy myself a bit on the way.
Stop it, Peter. This is not you.
I didn't think so either. But I also thought I'd be dating Maya. And studying for my finals right about now.
All right. If you're set on self-destructing, I can't stop you. But I'll be around if you change your mind. It's not nothing.
It is to me. Now leave me alone. I got some self-destructing to do.
We can't rely on the grid. If we want this to work, we have to generate our own power, solar and wind.
I haven't seen many wind turbine props lying around, have you?
There are other ways to harness wind.
Yeah? Enlighten me.
We use a balloon and the Magnus effect.
That's not... Or... maybe... Well, we need a hell of a lot of cable. And helium.
And balloon material. But I bet all of that will be easier to scavenge than a large enough prop.
We need a winch as well.
There's one on the Humvee down the street. We could use that to build a prototype and then scale it up.
What if the hyenas use a balloon for target practice?
If we get it as high as it needs to be, that shouldn't be a problem. We're talking a moving target at like 600 yards. It would take one hell of a sniper.
All right, it's worth a try. Want to go pick up that winch?
Sure. I'll get my plate carrier. Congressman Parnell, do you have anything to say about Professor Spencer's recent allegations regarding your son, Theo?
I have nothing further to add. As I stated in my press release, these allegations are completely unfounded.
Professor Spencer shared his car's data logs with us this morning, which suggests that the software indeed was tampered with. It corroborates his story.
Which has nothing to do with my son. Now, if you'll excuse me.
4 months ago, your son posted hacking tutorials online, several of which featured similar car systems being cracked. Videos that have since been removed.
Look, I know my son. He's a smart, clever boy. He likes to pick things apart to see how they work. But he's a respectful, honorable, and kind young man.
Have you seen the video Theo posted of the accident?
I am confident that he will be fully exonerated. Thank you.
Attention all agents. This is an emergency alert. The division is compromised. You have been led to believe that you serve a noble cause, that you are empowered to do whatever it takes to save what remains. But you don't know the whole story. You don't know who's pulling the strings and giving the orders. The truth is that you are all unknowingly serving a shadowy group of profiteers, a group that doesn't want to restore democracy and freedom, but create a fascist plutocracy that only benefits themselves. The division is nothing but a tool to serve their agenda. The division does not serve the state. It does not serve the people. Look at the data. Don't take my word for it. Look for yourselves. You'll see I'm telling the truth.
You hacked your teacher's car?
It's not like that.
What the fuck did you do, Theo?
I just tried to access the door locks. I messed up and accidentally put it into gear. It's not my fault he parked by a lake.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why the hell would you do something like this?
Midterm grades were just posted, and there's no way I'm fourth in the class.
So you break into your teacher's car?
I saw the term paper sitting on his back seat. I thought if I read them, I could prove he was marking me down because he doesn't like me.
You think this teacher's got it out for you?
I think someone bought him off. There's no way I'm fourth. So, I used my phone to hack his car and get the proof I needed.
Jesus Christ, Theo. I'm calling your psychiatrist.
How can you believe that horse shit? You really think Dad had a heart attack?
I really think that's what the doctor said.
He never smoked. He ran 10 miles a day, ate clean. He was a fucking vegan.
Just because he was vegan doesn't mean he was healthy. French fries are vegan.
You know Dad was trying to impeach President Waller for campaign finance violations.
Don't start this shit again, Theo.
Then his autopsy report goes missing.
Theo.
Harry, they fucking cremated him. They destroyed evidence. You ever hear of Digitalis? Foxglove? It can stop your heart, and without that report, there's no way to know if they even tested for it. You know he had enemies, all right? Senator Kensington had it out for him. You know she ruined his presidential bid. Harry? Harry? Did you hang up on me? I still can't pin anything directly to Kensington. She was out of D.C. when it happened, and I don't have any records of meetings or calls with anyone who could carry out a hit. She's smart. Probably knew I would look at her first. I need to find another angle. Even if they use burner phones and have staffers scrubbing their data, there's no way they can completely cover their tracks. Eventually, they'll expose themselves, and I'll be ready. I know Kensington had my dad killed to protect Waller. I know why, I know how. I just can't prove it. Yet.
You figure out what happened to your dad?
No. Isaac has access to every database known to the U.S. government. I'm still getting stonewalled.
Isaac's got restrictions. Clearance levels that you can't access. There's still plenty of the powers that be don't want you to know.
Like, what really happened?
To the first wave?
Yeah. Everything's a rumor, but we've got cameras and mics everywhere. It shouldn't be this hard to find out the truth.
It's only hard when they want it to be hard.
So it's true. They left you to die? Cut their losses because we're expendable?
Yeah, that's the fine print on the contract. We are the last line of defense when the shit hits the fan. But really, they're just using us to shield them from the shit.
I wish I knew who they are.
Well, they're easy to spot. Just look for who's still clean, who still has resources that they shouldn't have.
You think the same people behind my dad's death are responsible for the first wave?
I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone has secrets, Theo. And the kind of people who can keep what happened to your dad's secret have friends in high places. But if you really want to know what happened, I can help you. I got friends in higher places. How's the hunt going? You get any new leads for my intel?
You were right. There's so much shit to uncover. Did you know that Mendez didn't commit suicide?
Oh, yeah. That's clearly a hit.
You think the same people are responsible for my dad?
It's possible. Your dad and Ellis never really saw eye to eye. He wasn't the kind of man you could easily control or manipulate, unlike Ellis.
I didn't think Ellis had that much power.
Well, he's president now. He's always been ambitious. Wouldn't surprise me if he felt threatened by your dad, worried about him taking speaker in the next election cycle if the majority turned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Theo, if you're not too busy, I could use your help with something.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you think you'll be able to hack and reprogram an encrypted guidance system?
Well, I can try. You know I love a challenge.
Any updates for me, Theo?
The system's a mess. I got into the code base easy enough thanks to Isaac, but it's going to take a little longer until I can build a control interface.
How much longer?
Ideally, I'd need a week.
We don't have a week.
Okay, I could probably cut that down to 5 days.
Keep at it. Give me an update tomorrow.
We also have an issue with remote access. With most cell towers out of commission, we have to rely on satellites, and well, those systems aren't really being maintained.
What do you need?
A command center. Somewhere remote. Hard to get to would be ideal. Abandoned would be best.
I got a place. Give me the specs and I'll set you up.
Keener, come in.
This is Keener. What are we looking at, Theo?
2 guards on regular rotations, 6-hour shifts. They're JTF, not agents. Should be easy enough to handle.
Perimeter?
Roaming patrols every hour. 4 to 6-man squads. Again, shouldn't be a problem.
And the building?
Isaac had the schematics for the building. I've mapped out a clear path to where Conley should plant the payload to do maximum damage to the building's infrastructure.
Great work, Theo. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Dragov sent you?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you. I'm Theo.
Judge.
So, where's the executioner?
Dragov said you needed protection.
I don't need protection.
Okay. Look, I know you don't want us here. Stomping all over your precious, whatever the fuck this shit is.
Don't worry about it.
But here's the deal. That red ring puts a target on your back. And Dragov doesn't want anyone to kill you prematurely.
Huh. That's very thoughtful of him.
So we'll stick around until Dragov tells us to leave. Honestly, I don't give a shit, one way or the other. I'm just hoping some division fuckhead will try to kill you so I can get another trophy.
Right. Well, that's cool. Anyway, I'll be upstairs.
resources on these people.
What do you suggest, sir?
Send them to Roosevelt. This is no longer about prevention. It's about damage control.
But, sir, they won't listen.
Tell them we've got food and medicine. They'll follow you like moths to a flame. If you get any resistance, go straight to Plan B.
Plan B?
You make them follow you. It's better that they're interned. At least they'll die in one place.
What's the status on those fortifications? You almost done?
Not even close. It's taking forever. These fuckers are useless.
Maybe you're not properly motivating them.
I tried everything I could think of, short of murdering them all.
We captured some guys the other day that seemed pretty fit. I'll have Carlos bring them over.
Good to hear. How many?
Half a dozen. 4 men, 2 women.
That ought to make a difference. Maybe get us back on track.
Do yourself a favor. Pick your weakest worker and make an example out of him for the others.
Understood.
We got 8 casualties, sir. 3 KIA, 2 expected.
Now, tell me what happened, son.
Fucking outcast came running in, screaming. We lit him up, but he was too close. He just exploded.
You did well. You did all you could.
What the fuck is wrong with those people?
Don't you worry. We'll make it right. We'll wipe them off the face of the earth.
General, there's a woman here. Says she's a representative of the theater settlement. Wants to speak with you.
What about?
She wants to negotiate.
Negotiate? Why would we want to negotiate with those people?
Stand by, sir. I'll ask her. Sir, she thinks a truce could be mutually beneficial.
Shoot her, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Shoot her and dump her body where those cowards will find it. And if anybody else comes to negotiate, shoot them too. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Hold still. There you go. Better already.
What's his prognosis?
Colonel Ridgway, not good, sir. He took a bullet. We've tried penicillin, but his wound has festered. I thought morphine might ease his pain.
How's our supply cache?
Truthfully, sir, we're running low. And not just in supplies, but manpower, too. We've got civilians piling up outside the doors. Under these conditions, it's difficult to separate the infected from the healthy. The doctor's expecting a new shipment this afternoon, but it almost certainly won't be enough for everybody.
Pack all this up and move it out to the barracks.
But, sir, we can't just...
Are you questioning my orders, Trooper? Well?
No, sir. Right away, sir. What about the patient?
Put him back where you found him. He's a dead man anyway.
This court determines that you, Colonel Antoine Ridgway, have been found guilty of violating the Uniform Code of Military Justice for the crimes of unlawful detention, failure to obey an order or regulation, and murder. You will therefore be stripped of all ranks and titles pertaining to your service in the armed forces and detained until further notice. Mr. Ridgway, would you like to make a final statement? Very well.
General, do you know anything about these mortar rounds they're asking us to ship over to the plaza?
I do. Make sure they get what they need.
Can I ask what they're planning to do with them?
Why? Is something troubling you?
I just don't understand what we're doing there. Doesn't seem like there's anything of importance in the area.
Well, we have problems to solve. And to do that, we have to be open-minded about how to solve them.
Understood, General. The castle is Sergeant Snow's territory, General Ridgway.
Mike Snow, Captain Wilson. He's a deserter. We don't address traitors by rank.
Sorry, sir. Word has it he's operating an open-door policy.
He was always weak.
They've got refugees crowding in by the hour. The worst this city has to offer. Nothing but degenerates and backstabbers.
Then what good are they? That place will become a breeding ground for the virus. We must tackle the problem at the source. It's time to start cleaning up this city. Let's see how this DC-62 of yours holds up. We've underestimated the division for far too long.
They've hit us hard, sir. But we've still got the numbers.
Numbers don't guarantee victory. We need to change our strategy.
We could buoy up our defenses. The hyenas and outcasts won't last long with the division around. If we had less to contend with, perhaps...
That's out of the question. We are not scavengers, we are true sons. We will not hole up in the garrison like a bunch of cowards. We must launch an offensive while we have the chance.
I advise caution, General Ridgway. We could lose a lot of good soldiers.
This is a war, Sergeant. We either lose soldiers or we lose control. Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
What a lovely place you have here. Even through all these troubles, you still manage to keep it quaint. I like that.
Thank you, sir.
You know, a home says a lot about a person's character. You know what your home tells me about you?
No, sir.
It says you're assiduous and orderly. Perhaps a little too much. But you're certainly responsible. Must be nice to live in peace and quiet. Unfortunately for us, there's a price for defending communities such as this. But at least you are keeping out of harm's way.
General,
Before we came here, we ran into a neighbor of yours. He didn't seem to appreciate the good work we do around here. Now, I couldn't accept that, not after all my men have been through. But I don't think we're gonna have the same problem. Like I said, a house tells you a lot about a person. I can see that you're compassionate, generous.
Please, just take what you want.
That really is mighty kind, Mr. Williams. People like you are making a real difference. It's inspiring. We'll be back in a week. I trust you'll have more for us then.
You don't have any reservations about modifying this tech?
Of course not. Do you?
We work for the government, not a think tank for the military-industrial complex. Retrofitting automated turrets for crowd control seems like a line that shouldn't be crossed.
It's just an unmanned water cannon. We use water for crowd control all the time.
Not at these pressure levels. This isn't ethical, Conley. This is torture.
It's non-lethal. Sometimes you have to cross the line a little bit to save lives. Terrorists aren't going to worry about what's legal. This is all theory anyway. It's not in production.
That's what they said about the bomb.
You think you're Oppenheimer? We're not building a bomb. We're working on a crowd control device. This will save lives while keeping the operator at a safe distance and out of harm's way.
I still don't feel comfortable with where this is going.
Then go work on something else and stop distracting me.
Tendencies for fixation and obsession. Well, that's exactly what we want in an agent. Someone who gets obsessed with a target and goes after them regardless of the collateral.
Or she will just commit to the mission. Fixation and obsession can be a good thing.
You just like her because she's a techie.
Hey, we need people who are willing to think outside of the box. And we need more people that can fix our shit when it breaks. She's resourceful.
And obsessive.
The program will guide her in the right direction and give her the right focus. She's smart, capable, and fucking brilliant.
We can't depend on continuous training for these people to qualify. We need to have a standard from the get-go. What if they're activated tomorrow? Would you be comfortable having Conley out there?
I would. No question.
All right. I'll put her on for the next phase.
Hey, Connolly.
Keener? You're still alive?
Thanks to your turret.
Can you believe the JTF would turn on us like that?
I believe weak people will always make bad choices when they're scared.
And we'll have to pick up the slack.
You want some help?
Not on this one. You'll only get in my way.
Comes with the territory.
I'm gonna take care of this.
We got a live one over here.
They look infected?
Nope. Might be JTF, though.
Try again.
Riker?
Check the watch. She's division. Not anymore.
Right. She's one of those. Red ring and all.
Hey, let's bring her in. Joe will want to talk to her.
Hey, don't try anything now. I'm just gonna take that little gun of yours.
Be my guest. Can't wait to see this Joe of yours.
You know, I've been thinking. I don't like the sound of that. With Viv having our backs like this, and her reworking our entire refinery process, do we still need Joe? Don't fucking say that. No, I know. He started the whole movement, and he's taking care of us. But ever since Vivian came on,
I feel like Joe's doing less, and she's the one actually steering the ship.
She's an asset, yeah, but there's no question she also answers to Joe. We all do, so shut your fucking mouth and fall in line.
Oh, of course. I didn't mean nothing by it. But you know, Joe's not gonna be around forever. He will need someone to fill his shoes. The way I see it, Conley's the best choice.
Right. Obviously. But not another bad word about Joe, or I'll throw you into the fire.
Some friends you've made.
Keener, what are you doing here?
Checking in on you. You seem to be doing okay.
More than okay. These guys have their priorities straight. This shit isn't going to be sorted out unless we take full measures.
Well, they're very principled and uncompromising, I'll give you that.
What do you want, Keener?
Look, you need to think bigger. The cleaners aren't going to solve this on their own. You need help. Leverage.
And that would be you?
And some friends. I'm putting together something special. We are going to save the city, no matter the cost. Free it from disease and corruption. Take down the JTF and the division for good.
And where do we fit into that?
Well, for starters, are you familiar with a man named Vitaly Chernenko?
We need more fuel. At this rate, we're gonna run out in a few weeks.
We've been draining every deposit in Midtown. We were gonna use it all eventually.
In Midtown, yes. We're gonna have to migrate.
And abandon everything we've built?
There's a stranded oil tanker on the Lower East Side. It crashed into 2 bridges during the hurricane.
With oil in it?
Enough to last at least 8 months. A year if we're smart.
That's unbelievable.
Went down there myself. The crew's still on board, but we can take care of that. No one else has claimed it yet. Should be a cakewalk. Put a strike team together. We'll head down there tonight and take care of the crew. Once the site's secured, I'll give a green light for backup. Then we'll have a refinery up and running in a few days.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are they just standing there?
Maybe they got scared by the shots we fired?
I'm pretty sure they're not the kind to get scared by a BB gun.
Should we send someone down there? Maybe you could go talk to them.
I'd really prefer not to.
Hey, one of them is coming forward.
Is that a division agent? What the hell is an agent doing with the cleaners?
I don't know, but maybe you should go find out.
Yeah.
You're scared?
Yes, I am.